What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here. Okay, fulfilling some more of my contractual obligations here. This is ranking every Demoman weapon in MvM, alright? By Wheezy TF2. So yeah, I gotta finish all these up. I'm contractually obligated to do all of these videos. Just like I'm contractually obligated to do every ST Black ST video, every Dr. Lal video. Yeah. It's just another one of those ones I gotta do. Anyway, not like they aren't good though. Anyway, so yeah, let's see. This one's Demoman. So none of the guys I work with really, none of the guys we do really main Demoman, but let's see. See what this guy's got for us. And go.
What are Demo's best and worst weapons in MvM?
Shit
you
that
know what
blows
we're
up.
doing, and if you don't know the rules by now, you probably haven't watched any of the other tier lists, so how about you go do that? But for any newcomers, this is a 2 cities MvM tier list made from the perspective of a solo queuing player, and each weapon is ranked within their respective weapon slots. So yes, sticky launchers will be in the same tier as melee weapons. No, that does not make them equally as good as each other. And of course, this is just based off my experience.
Tank over there.
If you have a different viewpoint, leave it in the comments below.
Okay,
I already went over this weapon with the soldier, but it's worth repeating. This is the only weapon in the game that is an undeniable downgrade in MvM. It makes you take 10% more damage from bullets for literally zero benefit. It is never worth using. The Caber's initial swing can one-shot a sniper robot, and that's about it. After that, it becomes the demo's worst damaging melee. I guess it could technically be used as a one-time mobility tool, but a grenade jump does the same thing, albeit a little bit slower. And of course, it is the single worst option for Demo Knight in the entire game.
But he put that one second.
The Claymore is a completely useless secondary for stock demo. All the benefits relate to your charge time, and standard demo doesn't have that. But even for standard Demo Knight, charge doesn't really matter because you'll be farming crits on kill anyways. And for taking 15% more damage from everything, that is not worth the trade at all.
True.
The Persian Persuader throws 80% of your grenade and sticky ammo into the fucking garbage for exclusively charge-based benefits. I don't think I need to mention just how terrible this is for standard demo, and also for Hybrid Knight if for some reason you wanted to play that. But even for pure Demo Knight, it has the same problem as the Claymore, where all of its positive stats are tied towards charge, which, as I mentioned, doesn't really matter when you're farming crit swings for days. I guess the base jumper prevents fall damage. Maybe it gives you a greater field of view to shoot your stickies from.
It gives you a good position to shoot.
I'm actually struggling to find out a single use for this weapon.
It does, but that's about it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this weapon is a little bit fun. But holy shit, if you're trying to use this weapon seriously, you're pretty much trolling the team. Demo's sticky launchers are his most powerful weapons, and to throw that away for damageless mobility in a mode where you stay relatively stationary is one of the worst trade deals in the history of MvM.
That would definitely piss off your team.
The first and only grenade launcher in D tier, the Lock and Load normally has one use and one use only, and that's to fuck the shit out of an engineer's buildings. But put that into a mode where enemy sentries are hard to come by, especially on good teams, and all you're left with is a grenade launcher that has 3 pipes in the clip, a smaller explosion radius, and the inability for pipes to bounce. 3 ever-present downsides for one incredibly niche upside. Not worth it at all.
Okay, whoa, okay. Oh, everything for a Demo
I'm lumping
Knight,
the shields and the booties together because overall, I feel they're all a part of the exact same plan. That being, Demo Knight. And in MvM, Demo Knight is kinda bad. He's absolutely terrible on early waves, requiring the same positional awareness as Pyro, but with less speed to make it work, and less damage when he does get those hits in. On later waves, he's a bit better thanks to resistances and crit boosted health on kill swings, but a soldier, sniper, and a standard demo will all accomplish the exact same with better damage, all from the comfort of mid to long range. Although all of these weapons have their individual strengths and weaknesses, they're all too similar and make up the same purpose for me to really differentiate them all that much. They're what make Demo Knight, Demo Knight. It's just that when we're referring to MvM, Demo Knight isn't that good.
No, he's not.
So, at a first glance, the Skull Cutter might seem like a better version of the bottle. After all, it can still random crit, unlike the vast majority of the swords, and does more damage than stock. But when actually applied in game, you'll realize this weapon is kinda clunky. Demo actually does use a melee weapon a decent amount in the early waves, particularly when he has a sticky trap up and his grenade launcher clip is empty. So running up for a potential 195 damage swing when your other options are expired isn't necessarily a bad idea. But because the Skull Cutter takes so long to holster and you move slower while using it, you normally can't land your swing in time where you would with another melee. And Valve being Valve decided to give the Skull Cutter the same restrictions that they gave the direct hit and only let you upgrade the damage for 3 ticks instead of 4.
Oh.
Again, Valve is stupid for doing this, but whatever, it's not changing anytime soon.
It's Valve.
The Quickie Bomb launcher isn't necessarily bad, it's just outclassed by the other options. Aggressive sticky demo isn't the worst thing in the world, but because the Quickie Bombs do 15% less damage and can only increase that damage through charging it, this makes them not as good to spam, but that's what you want to do in MvM. Throw as much shit at the wall in the least amount of time as possible.
Throw
But
much
the
shit at the
biggest problem
tank.
is only having 4 bombs in the chamber, which not only means you need to reload more, but you have less of a chance of popping uber medics when they do spawn. On packs of less than 5 medics, this usually doesn't matter too much, but on giants where you have 6 meds, 9 meds, 12 meds,
Oh god.
forget about it.
That's what the gas passer's for.
For the first time in 4 tier lists, a stock melee weapon doesn't find itself in D tier. Who would have thought? But yeah, the stock bottle is pretty good, at least relative to the rest of Demo's melee weapons, where the vast majority enact some kind of hindrance. But like I said, even as a last-ditch effort for a swing against a low-health robot when you're not loaded up on pipes, it fulfills a purpose. It just doesn't do enough to be any higher. Also, as mentioned in the soldier tier list, the half-zatoichi can one-shot these annoying-ass samurai demos, and that's enough to make it pretty good. But unlike soldier, sheathing and unsheathing this weapon is usually a better way to farm uber than self-damage through pipes. So it has its utility on earlier waves as well. And of course, Demo Knight becomes a health leeching machine even without any health on kill upgrades, which makes it the second best sword for the Demo subclass. The loose cannon is a strange case, considering my obvious hatred of knockback-based weapons. But here's why it skirts that narrative a little bit. So, for damage, this thing is complete trash for Demo. Let's get that straight. Even the lock and load will do more damage on average. Pushing robots back does nothing but fuck up everybody else's aim, as usual. That is, when they're killable. Because the loose cannon has the unique ability to knock back giants that haven't even dropped from the ledge, this makes Demo able to shoot giants before they land, where they can stack on top of each other and have them all simultaneously fall onto
The Pyro
one
can do
crit
the exact
sticky
same thing with
pile,
his air
where
blast, yet
with
he
every
bitched about
other
the air
primary,
blast.
Demo would have to lay down more than one trap. You see this used a lot on Empire, with Fist of Steel heavies, the Black Box soldiers, and the Health on Kill heavies on the later waves. So generally the loose cannon is shit, but it has such a powerful use in some situations that I can't put it any lower than B tier. It also has the benefit of cannon jumping being slightly more consistent than bomb jumps, so there's that too. And for the first
Stock
weapon
grenade
in A
launcher. Of
tier,
course,
we
stock
have
are
the
good
stock
weapons.
grenade launcher. I know some people believe that this is the best grenade launcher, for it surprisingly being the only one that doesn't have an explosion radius nerf, but I still think it's very slightly outclassed. It's still a really good weapon for Demo, allowing him to get those chunks of 400 damage periodically over the course of a wave, while still maintaining a sticky trap. I just think another grenade launcher does a little bit more. While the
Sticky
Quickie Bomb launcher tries and fails to make the Demo an offensive threat, the stock sticky launcher can actually work. It's Demo's best crowd control secondary, and still maintains the ability to easily one-shot groups of uber medics. And its faster bomb explosion time makes it more adaptable and easy to set up on-the-fly sticky traps with. In my opinion, it's the best training wheels for learning how to play Demo in MvM. Its only weakness is that it doesn't have the insane burst damage that the best sticky launcher has, but for how versatile the stock is, I think A tier is a fair spot.
Let me guess. Oh, S tier.
This
Oh,
one
the
might come
Eyelander,
as
really?
a shock to many of you, considering you don't really see the Eyelander used that much. But after really spending some time with it, I'm at the point where I believe that this is, without a doubt, Demo's best melee. Not just for Demo Night, but
Most
for
people say
standard
so,
Demo
in
as
general.
well. Sure, you start off with less health, and don't have the fast switch speed of the bottle, but as is a running theme throughout these tier lists, speed is king. Speed lets you move up faster. Speed lets you avoid projectiles. Speed lets you retreat. And this weapon with 4 heads allows you to move almost as fast as a scout with more health than a stock soldier. It goes without saying that getting these 4 heads is easy with Demo Night, but it's also very easy with standard Demo too. So I still don't understand why this weapon isn't used that much. Small stray robots, spies, snipers, they are the fuel that can get you topped off just on your first wave. Its only real problem is that refunding upgrades and switching classes to get to spawn faster reset your head count. But as a demo, your upgrades are pretty uniform to every single wave across a single mission. So this doesn't really come into effect at high level as much as you might think. If you don't use the Eyelander, you should really try it out, because I promise you, it's
That's something
worth
to think about. I gotta think about that when I use it.
Okay, let's get the obvious out of the way. The Iron Bomber has a 15% explosion radius penalty. The question is, do I believe that the other benefits outweigh that downside? And obviously it's an S tier, so you know where I stand on that. The Iron Bomber's splash damage will probably miss a robot or two when fired into compact groups, but it has its specific benefits that make up for the damage loss. The projectile has a bigger hitbox, allowing you to hit more shots. You can bomb jump more consistently, letting you get to where you need to be with less hassle, and the biggest benefit of how little the bombs actually roll. A lot of people have claimed that this doesn't matter in a game mode where your enemies move predictably and are easy to hit, but I just completely disagree. Robots will die before your projectile hits them. Robots will occasionally move sporadically, and we're all human, and sometimes we just miss. The Iron Bomber grenades, having very little bounce and roll, along with it detonating 30% faster than the stock pipes, means you will usually get the residual damage for every shot missed, where you wouldn't with any other grenade launcher. And that's why I think the Iron Bomber slightly edges out the stock.
That's something else to think about. Of course, the
and
Scottish
now
resistance.
For the big one. The holy grail of all of Demo's weapons.
Dude,
and quite
so many
frankly,
friggin' bombs. Here it
all
comes.
MvM weapons.
Boom!
The Scottish resistance.
Deleted.
So let me start off by saying that you need to know a lot about how
Damn, look
waves
at
work
that shit.
to get the full use from the Scottish resistance. Without proper planning, that extra second it takes to detonate each sticky
Look at
bomb
2 for
will make
1.
this weapon feel pretty limiting. And that's what makes it not as good as the stock sticky launcher for crowd control. But what it has over stock is the single greatest amount of potential burst damage in the entire game.
Damn.
2 words: crit stickies.
Yeah.
14 of them. This allows the Demoman to literally one-shot any non-boss giant in the entire game, as long as you have a Kritzkrieg Ubercharge or a Crit Canteen. And when you have each wave memorized, you single-handedly carry your entire team. And if you have a medic who regularly farms Uber off of Sentry Busters, or an NG who buys two-way telly early for you, there is no limit to just how unbelievably unstoppable you can be with your endless traps of crit stickies. Not only is the Scottish
he got rid of the giant, but the friggin' medics are still there. What the hell, man?
The greatest weapon in the entirety of MvM. And once mastered, those damage screenshots at the end will look
that one got
so
rid of all of them.
good. But you know what else feels good? Subscribing to the channel and liking the video if you enjoyed it. I have a bunch of MvM content coming out, and I hope you stick around to watch it. Thanks, guys. See ya.
So that was something to think about for Demoman. Alright, so the Iron Bomber with the Scottish resistance. That's something to really think about. And then the Eyelander. Pretty damn good. Pretty good. That's something to think about. I mean, because none of me and the guys, we really main Demoman. So, but it just gives us something to think, something to play with. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys may have learned something a bit. I did. I actually got something out of that, so that's pretty cool. That's always a sign of a good video, where you can come away with a bit of knowledge that you didn't have before. So definitely, guys, click on the link to the original down in the description. Get down to Wheezy's channel, like the original, sub to him. And of course, subscribe to me and like this video before you go, guys. Help us to grow back to where we were. We're going to get closer. We're not giving up. We're going to get to that 100,000, and it's all with your guys' help, and I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for being with me in this difficult time. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are a great community. I just got to say that. And I'll see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.